Hello and welcome back once again to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. It is time now for the High School Sports Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin Donuts. America runs on Dunkin, and as always, we're joined by Paul Gotham from PickinSplinters.com. Paul, changing seasons. Great time to check out what's going on the website.
Yeah, we'll have it's crazy to think we'll be doing full coverage of baseball games as the weather starts to turn here a little bit, and hopefully we'll be wearing short sleeves soon as we're doing this. But no, you get all the baseball coverage on Pickin Splinters.
Well, Paul, before we get talking baseball, let's talk about some congratulations in order for Pittsburgh men and girls basketball.
Winning the Federation, it really needs context to understand how impressive a victory that was for Todd Julian and his group. We've had some great basketball come through Section 5. Shanice Johnson, who was 5th overall pick in the WNBA draft, she won 3 state titles with Rush Henrietta, but never won a Federation title. Tyler Ralph, who had a great career with St. Bonaventure, he won a state title with McQuaid. He never won a Federation title. The great John Wallace, Greece Athena, 26-0 until they got to the Federation. So Pittsburgh men and girls winning this Federation title is that's kind of the road less traveled, if you want to say. It's a great accomplishment by that group.
And a great year for the Vikings. Now let's talk a little bit about state championships from last spring and some of the teams that are going back this year, or at least they hope to be.
Yeah, hope to be. Well, I was joking with Dale Worth when I went to Canandaigua's practice, Canandaigua baseball practice. Baseball practice. How does that bullseye feel? Because Canandaigua won the A1 title and then advanced to the state semifinals, and they return a significant amount from that crew. Cooper Krunick, we talked about the Division I commitments. You have Cooper Krunick coming back into that lineup, along with Mike Scully, who did a great job picking up a lot of wins in the postseason, and Seth Figneri. They have a lot of guys back in that lineup. I expect Canandaigua to be right back in the hunt, certainly for the sectional title and beyond. Avon, Rob Freese's group, they won the Class C title finally last year. I expect them, even though they graduated Max Countryman, I expect them to be right back in the thick of it. And the Victor Blue Devils, Sean Rucker's group, he has Santino Rosso, who is going to be playing at Hofstra after this year, but he also returns Drew Delaney, and Ryan Lucas to that group. So those 3 teams that won sectional titles and then advanced past the regionals, they return strong groups. I could see them having a good showing. It's interesting because you start off the year, both Canandaigua and Fairport open against each other, and it'll be our first chance to get Division I recruits playing against each other. You got Tyler Holmes, who will be going to Hartford playing for Fairport. You got a couple of Alfred State kids on that team. So that'll be a good opener for both those teams.
It's always fun because you get the season starting, but at the same time, the season doesn't really start between cancellations and everything else till much later.
And spring break happens in the middle of April this year, as opposed to last year where it happened in March. So that's where a lot of teams kind of get their momentum and get going from there.
All right, great, Paul. Thanks for joining us. As always, we are back with more of the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College right after this.